It was just another Tuesday evening, or so I thought. I was in my kitchen, trying to decide between leftover pizza and making actual food, when the television suddenly blared to life. The emergency broadcast signal screeched through my apartment, making me jump and drop the pizza box. You know the sound? That horrible, grating noise that always makes your heart pound a little faster? Usually it's just a test, or a severe weather warning for a county 100 miles away. But this time was different. The familiar static-filled screen appeared, followed by a computerized voice. The following message is transmitted at the request of federal authorities. Standard stuff, but then the voice changed. It became clearer, more human-like, almost eerily calm. This is not a test. A containment breach has occurred. Residents in the immediate vicinity are ordered to evacuate. My blood ran cold. I glanced out the window. Streets looked normal. People were walking their dogs. Cars were driving by. There was no sign of panic. I turned my attention back to the screen, my half-eaten pizza slice forgotten. The voice continued. The affected area is highly localized. Evacuation is mandatory for the following address. And then it read my street name, my building number, and my apartment number. My heart hammered against my ribs. It repeated the address, my address, over and over. Evacuate 123 Oak Street, apartment 4B. Evacuate 123 Oak Street, apartment 4B. This had to be a prank, right? It's a very elaborate, very terrifying prank. I grabbed my phone to call someone, anyone, but there was no signal. A complete dead zone. Panic started to bubble up in my throat. I ran to the peephole of my front door. The hallway was empty. No alarms, no neighbors running for their lives, just an unnerving silence that was somehow louder than the broadcast. The voice on the TV was relentless. Evacuate immediately. Do not delay. This is your final warning. The message looped, drilling my address into my brain. I felt like I was in a horror movie, the one character who never makes it past the first act. I considered just staying put. What could possibly be happening that only affected my specific apartment? A targeted bioweapon? A glitch in the Matrix? My imagination was running wild. Then I heard it. A faint scratching sound coming from the other side of my front door. It wasn't a human sound. It was slow, deliberate, like claws dragging against wood. The broadcast on the TV suddenly stopped. The silence was deafening. The scratching grew louder, more insistent. I backed away from the door, my eyes wide with terror. I didn't know what was on the other side, but one thing was clear. The emergency broadcast wasn't a warning to get out. It was a warning for whatever was out there, letting it know exactly where I was. The scratching turned into a heavy thump against the door, and the doorknob started to jiggle. I had nowhere to run. What would you have done in my situation? Let me know in the comments. This is a story I had to share, and if you're into tales that keep you up at night, you're in the right place. Do only forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that blur the line between reality and nightmare. Thanks for watching.